It is exciting to see that different organizations and different facets of the economy and the society is beginning to embrace the idea and the culture of inclusion. Inclusion is a part and parcel of the society, and people are gradually being aware and really embracing inclusion. Early childhood education is not exempted because inclusion is fast becoming the core of education, especially early childhood education. This is why in this video I'm going to be sharing specifically the role of parents in inclusion as it has to do with their child's early education. Your role, first and foremost, as a parent is to be actively involved in supporting and participating in your child's early education. How do you do that? First, by communicating and collaborating with your child's teachers, their carers, and their schools, providing vital information, sharing information that is going to help facilitate your child's inclusive learning process. For instance, giving information like your child's strength, your child's preferences, your child's needs, so that teachers will be able to know how and where to help your child and to be able to understand the areas where they need improvement and areas where they are lacking so that they can have the best. Your second role is to promote an understanding and acceptance of your child's learning capability or learning abilities. In every child's learning journey at different times, children exhibit different capacities in different ways or different subjects or at different levels depending on their interests. This is why we have children that are low ability learners, middle ability learners, and high ability learners. This is not to say that there will be a gap point at every given time in their learning journey. They progress from one stage to the next as they are being supported or as they advance in their learning. It is your duty as a parent to understand that it is possible for your child to be a low ability learner at a stage or in a particular subject or in a particular developmental area, or that your child is a middle ability learner or your child is a high ability learner. Understand this fact and accept your child's capacity or your child's ability at every given time. Working with them and working with the teachers to help them meet their milestones and also meet their next steps. Your third role as a parent is to support your child at home. Supporting your children at home involves you being able to provide environments and get them engaged in activities that will improve their values that will give them lifelong skills, such as teaching them empathy, kindness, how to relate and build positive relationships with themselves, with others around them, and also to teach them how to self-regulate at different times when it is needed. That is you incorporating inclusion in your child's education. Because your fourth role is to be involved in decision making. Your involvement in decision making by participating actively in parent-teachers conferences, school events, school committees, and suggesting and bringing in your own ideas and perspectives will also help in forming policies that will promote inclusion. Policy decisions is what is going to make the learning environment and the learning process very child-friendly for your child and for all the children. So your involvement in decision making is part of your role in your child's early education. The last but not the least role that I'm going to be sharing today is advocacy. It is your duty as a parent to understand your child and to know what they need and what they like to do, so that you can advocate for them in areas where their rights are being infringed. You can speak up for them. You can speak up for children in different communities or different environments where you find yourself or where you find children. You need to speak a voice. You need to be a voice to be sure that children's rights are protected. Part of these rights is to allow children to get themselves involved in extracurricular activities of their interests. For instance, it could be football, it could be music, it could be arts and crafts, it could be dance, it could be anything that interests them. You should be able to advocate for them in these rights. Yes, children need to be reminded that their voice should be heard. You should be able to emphasize and reinforce to your child their rights and help them enhance their voice. They should be able to understand their rights and understand what they need and be able to express themselves confidently without being shut down. They have the right to their opinion, they have the right to the things that they want, which will promote learning in one way or another. It is your duty to allow it and not to enforce your rights or impose your rights on children. That is what inclusive education is about, as it has to do with early childhood education. Together, let's embrace inclusion in early childhood education, because without your role as a parent, children will struggle, teachers will struggle, and the society at large will bear the brunt of it all. Share this video with the people in your community and let's all embrace inclusive education together.